Okay, thanks again for joining me for video 2 of the Gaggia coffee machine for the F-Stop house, my Pensacola Airbnb. This video is just going to focus on the power up process and on making a cup of coffee, what is called long coffee, a full cup of regular coffee. So here's the process. First off, we want to make sure that the slider is all the way up, and we want to power. You can see all these various switches here. This one here is the power switch. It's in standby right now. That's why it's flashing. That's just to indicate that it's plugged in and has power should it need it. And now we just push the button by depressing it one time and releasing. And you'll see it gives a graphic symbology indication here of a mercury rising, I guess, in a thermometer. You'll see it going from left to right. That's giving you progress. As soon as it gets to the right-hand side, it's going to go through a startup and clean cycle. And it'll make a little noise. You'll notice a few drops will be dripping here, and eventually it'll push a little stream out. If you want to put something underneath here to catch this and dispose of it, you can do that, but otherwise this drip tray will catch it. All right, so now it's ready to go. And to continue here, we put a cup under it, the tall cup, because we're doing a long coffee. If we were going to do an espresso shot, we would use the smaller cup here. You can see these 5 coffee bean symbols. This button right here adjusts the strength. So right now this is set for a full strength coffee, and all I really need to do here is select which style I want. Today it's going to be, or for this video, it's going to be a long coffee. However, if you wanted to use the bypass up here that I showed you in the first video, in order to use some decaf out of this cupboard up here that's in a can, then you could just use this spoon to put the decaf grind in there, not beans, just grind. And once that's in there, you could push this button one time, and that selects the bypass for ground coffee. Once that bypass symbology is there, then you could just select either the espresso or cappuccino or whatever you want, and it will produce that coffee cup using what you put in the bypass chute. However, in this case, I'm going to go past that bypass one more time. And the next stop, when you push this, is the weakest possible coffee indicator. And then you push again and again, and you get stronger and stronger and stronger until you now have your strongest cup. And, you know, if you made a mistake and need to go back, you just keep pushing. It'll go through that menu process right there. So for this coffee, I'm going to select 3 beans, which is medium strength. And then right here where it says Espresso Longo, that means a long coffee or full-size coffee. I'm going to push that button. And it's going to, right now, it's grinding its beans. So when the grinding stops, then it infuses, compresses and infuses those coffee beans into a puck. That's the infusion happening. And then it's going to go ahead and brew. And you can see here comes the coffee. Now, if you like your coffee flavored, you could have put some of the syrup I have on the left over here. You could have put 2 or 3 pumps of one of those in here. The choices here are mocha, French vanilla, caramel, or sugar-free French vanilla. And of course, we also have sugar and creamer up top of the fridge if you're into that. So this coffee is almost complete, and when it gets to the top, it should stop automatically. Now, I will tell you, if ever it looks like the coffee is overfilling, then all you need to do is push this button here, and that will stop it and close out. Now, you'll see this red water droplet. That means that in that last bin, the water tank has run out. So this needs to be refilled with tap water only. Don't use bottled water here because the machine is tuned for tap water and the tap water is filtered. So here we go. We push this back in. And it's ready to go again. And here is our cup of coffee. I will also, let me turn this off. I'm wasting water. I will also show you that if we open this, there is now one puck in the bottom of this catch basket. And that's for the one we just made. And that's it. You can either leave this in standby if you're going to have another one soon. If you do, this is a little heater area. So if you leave this on, this will warm up and it'll basically warm your glasses for you. The ones that are sitting up here anyway. So this one here would be getting warm. So that's the basic long coffee operation. Really nothing to it. In the next video, I'll show you how to make an espresso shot.